Hello, ho, ho, potato, and Merry Christmas to those who celebrate, and Merry halfway through the week to those who don't. It's finally here. We finally got to the end of the Into the Advent-verse Advent-ture. We've made it through the 24 days to day 25 to Christmas Taco Day, the true reason for the season. Have some lovely Christmas tacos, try a new hot sauce, but before we do that, we do have some housekeeping to do, and that means we need to finish our Advent calendars. Yes, we have not one, but two things to check out today. Of course, we finished Lego Marvel Spider-Man yesterday on day 24. It's a 24-day calendar, and we got that, the tree, which was not a bad thing, but a minifigure would have been nicer. But today we do need to finish off our Star Wars Droid Factory calendar. We must go one more time to open one more door in the Sandcrawler with the Jawas. As they celebrate Life Day, we have one more gift to steal from them. And I know I saw it on here. Where it is, right in the right bottom center, next to, I guess it's a letter to whatever the Life Day equivalent of Santa's Claus is. And this should just be, if I can grab it, the last bits of the last droid in the calendar, which is this little chopper style droid, which hopefully the head's going to do something to make that wreath sit in there. I am 99.5% sure that that's what that's for, is for Chopper here. So yeah, we do have some bits. We have, of course, the leg. Now, one interesting thing I think about these Droid Factory versions is, canonically, isn't Chopper having like a caster for a third leg because they can't replace the part that they actually need for him? So canonically, shouldn't the rest of the droids of this type not have that, but have like a proper third leg? Or am I just totally wrong there? Because that does strike me as a little weird on the toy Chopper, or the toys of Chopper's type that aren't actually Chopper, why they have that kind of bodged together third wheel. Because I'm pretty sure, canonically, it's been a while since I've watched Rebels, but I feel like canonically it's stated that they just can't fix him properly. But all the other droids like him shouldn't be like that. And is that all that's there? Doesn't have a piece for the top? He does not. I honestly don't... I don't have a problem with the droid. I don't like the wreath thing, though. It's actually kind of a letdown for day 25, for Christmas Day. I am not certain his legs aren't on backwards. But, I mean, we have the spot at the top for a piece to go, like the old one has that little, I don't know, top? I don't know what he's supposed to look like, but he needs something up there. The wreath ain't working for me. It is, I mean, it just sits there loose. It doesn't, this is fairly loose too, but it feels more secure. This is not... I'm a little disappointed in our chopper style robot here. It's cute. I mean, it'll be out here again for future Advent videos, whatever we end up calling them, depending on usually whatever Marvel calls their calendar. Assuming I do the Marvel next year, maybe I'll do something else. I don't know. So, yeah, that is our last droid. That's our last window on the last proper Advent calendar. So let's dispose of that. And take a look at the calendars as a whole and make decisions. So, which calendar do I like best? I'm gonna go with droids. Even though this one was a little disappointing, I think overall they're cute. I do like that they put some droids in this year that weren't in the original one. Last time we had a lot more of these kind of two-legged, third front wheel droids. This time we got, I still don't know what this one's actually called. We got one that's like, I think it was B2 Emo. We got one of that style, which is pretty cool. I like this one because I like the pivoting on it. We got Dio, which I feel is kind of or a Christmassy version of Dio, which I feel is kind of a miss just because, one, he just seems a little bent, and two, I mean, there's no building there. It's a little droid. We got a new BB unit, nice little snowman one. We got Gingerbread R2. We got a new Gonk Droid. I do want to pick my favorite out of here. And it's as much as I like this isn't actually in the running for favorite. It's not bad. It's just disappointing to, like, if it had like a top piece, if it had something go on the top, that would, I think, rescue it for me. But that puts it out of it being in number one. BB's not in there. The Dio's not in there. It's really between these two. I'm kind of toward the Gonk just because I like the Gonk Droid. But I like the way they've done B2 Emo. I like it so much of just throwing it on the floor. Here we go. Dropping things on the floor of the void space is a good way for them to disappear forever. It's not called the void space for nothing. But I like this one. I like that we don't have... I've never actually had one that I've opened, because the only one of these I have is the actual Andor B2 Emo that was released as part of Droid Factory back when that show first came out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go best thing in this calendar is B2 Emo. Worst thing, I'm gonna go with Dio. Just I'm still pretty sure this is bent. I'm not sure. I guess, a little heat or something could probably bend it back into shape, but I'm pretty sure it's bent. That should be more of a 90-degree angle. I could be wrong, but because I've never had a toy version of this either. I don't think I've ever had a toy version of this guy. He's never come in any of the sets that I've had. This one, I realize now, there is actually an old, like, R2 Droid Factory in a blister pack that came with one of these wreaths. And it's meant to sit, like, lean down lower, but his arms here don't allow it to sit as low as it's supposed to. But actually, it's growing on me. I mean, that looks better. That does look better than I thought it was. So yeah, worst is going to be the little Dio version there. Now over to Spider-Man calendar. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get more holiday minifigures. Only one definitely joining the holiday village this year is going to be Miles. He's got his little ugly sweater. I mean, we have a few other Marvel characters in there, so it's not like he'll be alone. There's even already a holiday sweater Spider-Man in there from a previous year. Green Goblin, I was gonna not put him in the holidays, but his little Christmas sled, once you put like the 3 days of it together, that actually is growing on me a little bit. And it improves him as an item overall. Wish there was a way to replace his pumpkin with something that looked more like a Christmas pudding or a Panettone and have it be obvious that that's what's supposed to be. Not to explain why he's carrying a brown pumpkin. But this is the whole thing grows on me. But I'm not sure if it's my favorite thing out of the calendar. My favorite, because I really do like... I like our Spider-Ham snowman, but it's definitely not my favorite thing. It kind of comes down to Green Goblin as a whole, as a like 4-day assembly. Our Electro Christmas tree, just because I think it does look really nice. That's like, it's very simple, but it's very unique. And our little Rhino toy, which just in case you didn't watch the videos, this piece in the front there is not the way it comes in the calendar. I added that just because I thought that one exposed stud bothered me. Every other stud in this was covered up, except for that. I had a piece left over from some previous thing sitting it close at hand, and I popped it on the front just to make it, I think, look more robot-y. It's wind up, so it wouldn't necessarily have a computer pad at the front. But it's kind of between these three. Again, I like this, but it's not in the running for best thing in the calendar. And overall, I'm going to disqualify this because it is like 4 days worth of things there. So it's just down between the 2 1-days. And even discounting the piece I added on, I'm still going to leave that there. It's not part of the equation. I think the Rhino Droid, I mean, I have these little, bunch of little robots in the village already, like in Santa's workshop and stuff, but I think I like this little, of all the things, normally I would, assume to be a minifigure, but of all things, I think I like this little robot the best. It's definitely going in the Winter Village next year. I mean, it'll probably go in the Winter Village before the end of this year. It's just, it's Christmas now, so it's kind of too late. It's going to be taken down in another, 3 or 4 weeks, maybe, to be replaced with the city, the modular city, for the spring and early summer. Overall, which calendar do I like best? I'm still going to go with Droid Factory. I don't know if I said that already, but I'm going to go with Droid Factory as the one I prefer of the two. These things will definitely be cluttering up the void space table next holiday season. I mean, again, assuming the situation allows us to continue doing Advent videos. That will be up here. These won't be up here. I mean, the Make It Mini stuff might be, but the Lego stuff will be replaced with whatever new Lego calendar I do next year. Assuming I do a Lego one on the video, I'll definitely buy the Lego ones. I just may not do the video. If I had something really cool, because, you know, I look for like 224s and 212s, preferably at least one of those involving alcohol. So if I find like 2 better 24s next year, then, you know, Lego may be shut out. But which, you know, would be weird for my channel, won't it? Because I usually do Lego all the time for any reason, for any season. All right, it's almost time for tacos. Almost time for Christmas tacos. We have one more thing, and that is the Gonk Box. Now, I didn't bring the Gonk Box in here because I only had one cocktail left in it, so I just got the cocktail out and put it in the fridge, so I don't need the shaker either. I'm saving your time. I know your Christmas time is valuable. I'm going to save you a few seconds by not bothering with the shaker. We're just going to look at the last drink, which is this black as coal bottle of Buzzball's Espresso Martini. Hopefully, this will be a nice drink to go along with our Christmas tacos. But it is in a coal black container. It's not quite solid black. You can see through the liquid level there a little bit, but it is black. Very, very dark. Premium vodka, coffee, and natural flavors. Still 50% alcohol by volume, still women owned, still says to shake well, which we'll do for once because we're not putting it in a shaker. And I'll mention this one not only because it's coffee, and, you know, I love my coffee here. I love the Java Jive and it loves me, but the Espresso Martini in the straightaway 12 Nights of Cocktails one, I found kind of disappointing. Not in small part because I believe it tasted like instant coffee to me. So hopefully this one will turn out to be a little bit better. So let's crack it open, give it a try, and then we'll get on to the reason for the season, the Christmas tacos. Well, it looks like Coke when you pop it open. Let's pour it. Yeah, it looks like I'm pouring a Coke here, doesn't it? Or Pepsi, a pop, a soda, a cola, whatever you call it where you are. Except for no, it looks like, well, actually looks like I'm pouring a flat soda. So yeah, you can see the bottle now. It's not as dark as I thought it was. I guess the drink really is that dark. So maybe. My wife had an idea of what to do with all the Buzzballs. And I haven't quite decided how to go about doing that yet. But I think we may be seeing these bottles again next year. I didn't throw them away. I do have all of them still littering up a shelf. Cleaned, but littering. I'm going to see what I can do with them. But let's try. Let's check it out. Let's give it a sniff first. I'm assuming it'll smell of coffee. It does smell of coffee. It does smell, honestly, of instant coffee. Specifically, I'm not really getting much of the alcohol scent from the vodka. You know, I've never made a proper espresso martini, espresso martini or any espresso alcohol beverage. And we have multiple ways of making espresso. I should probably do that at some point. Try to make an actual, just like proper espresso martini to see if maybe that would taste better. Well, I haven't tasted it yet. Let me taste it. Let me try it. I'm prejudging it. I haven't tried it. Let's try the thing. I like that one better. It does still taste a bit of instant, but it tastes more in the realm of like coffee, ice cream coffee than just instant coffee. And you get a little burn from the vodka at the end. Yeah, I'm getting like a not sweet coffee ice cream flavor out of that. That's a lot better. That is a lot better than the straightaway one was. Personal preference issue. I'm not saying the straightaway is not the better cocktail, better ingredients, meticulously crafted, all that stuff. But if you gave me the two side by side, I am 99% sure, not knowing what they were, other than both being espresso martinis, of course, if you didn't tell me which was which or who made them or what, just told me to choose which espresso martini I preferred, I think I would choose this one. I'm almost 100% certain that I would choose this one. It's still strong and a little bit bitter. It still tastes of instant, but again, we're delving more into coffee ice cream territory and less into just canned coffee territory, or less than pleasant canned coffee territory. No, that's a win. I am glad Santa brought us this coal black espresso martini for Christmas Day. And that finishes the Gonk Box. All the calendars are done now. They've all been opened, assembled, sampled, which means it's finally time to bring out the main event, the main point of this video, the Christmas tacos. And yes, once again, they are from Jack in the Box, not because they sponsor me or anything, but I would not say no if they wanted to. If they want to send me some free tacos, I would say yes to free tacos. Every time, every day, every month of the year. But mostly we have Jack in the Box tacos because they're open on Christmas Day and Jim Boy's isn't. And as has become tradition on this channel, I want to try a new hot sauce with our Christmas tacos. Last year I tried, I think it was last year, I had the Yellowbird Habanero sauce, which I really liked. In fact, I use that on the regular. That goes into a lot of things. It's good for making like habanero ketchup, habanero ranch. It blends nicely with those other things. And I've gone through about half the bottle. It's very strong. It's a very potent sauce. Not like the Reaper. I think the year before, we did a Reaper, and that occasionally gets like a couple drops put in something. That's a really strong one. That one is realistically so close to the edge of my limit that I just don't use it very often. But today's is something I picked up back at the beginning of November. We went to Apple Hill, as we do most years. And went to Grandpa's Cellar, the place that had the coffee flights, or if you watch the video, it's the place that had the coffee flights. And I picked up a saucer, because they have lots of places that sell sauces up there. And I saw this one, I thought this would be the one to try this year. Instead of buying something from just the store, grocery store, they have lots of like specialty ones, like the ones that come in like a hand grenade, but I can buy the one that come in a hand grenade at Hallmark. I don't need to go out to Apple Hill. But for this one, I do, because it is a Grandpa's Cellar branded sauce. Fire roasted habanero hot sauce, contains water, hot sauce, peppers, vinegar, water, salt, and garlic. Distilled vinegar, xanthan gum, salt, paprika, capsicum, pepper, cane, sugar, garlic powder, habanero pepper, cayenne pepper, and natural flavor. Made especially for, well, that's the address of Grandpa's Cellar. It is 0 calories, yay! What's the sodium in it? It's not the easiest to do. 7% of your sodium. That's still a pretty good amount of sodium for a teaspoon. I don't know if we'll use that much or not, but that's what we're going to have today with our Christmas tacos. Christmas tacos, Deadpool on a deer. These are holiday traditions that must be attended to. Heck, even Deadpool on a deer gets into Christmas tacos. He knows. He knows. He knows. Santa knows. Maybe we should start leaving tacos out for Santa. But the thing is, I don't have my Christmas tacos until Christmas, and Santa's come and gone by then. So it's not super thick, but it is reasonably thick. Let's try a little bit of it. I should have brought a spoon with me, shouldn't I? That would have been smart, but we didn't do that. Just get a little on the finger, give it a sniff. Smells. I don't know if it necessarily smells habanero to me, but definitely smells of hot sauce. Let's give it a taste. Good level of heat. I'm not a huge fan of vinegary sauce, though. This isn't too vinegary. Definitely would, if you don't like hot sauce, this is definitely not going to be something you want to try. It has got a decent level of heat. It's not like, too much for me or anything, but, if you're the kind of person that thinks Taco Bell mild sauce is a little spicy for you, definitely avoid this. The heat is nice, but it's just a little bit too vinegary for me. It's got a decent kick to it, but it's just a touch too much vinegar on its own. Now, of course, one does not generally just lick hot sauce off their fingers. They put it on food, so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to finish off our Christmas with the last and most important Christmas tradition, which is Christmas tacos. And again, they're these standard Jack in the Box, bean and meat, wet dog food sort of a thing, some American cheese in there, some of their own sauce already on it, because that's just the way they come. And that's, oh wow, that's a little bit more than I meant to put on there. I may regret that. But hey, that's what Christmas is about. Christmas is about Christmas tacos. So now, finally, to finish off the Christmas season, let's have our Christmas taco. Not bad. I don't get the sauce the way I thought it was. I thought that was going to kind of blow my head off because I put way too much on that first bite there. But no, that's not bad at all. That actually works really well on a taco. The vinegar flavor sort of blends in with everything. So it's a little more behind the scenes and a little less up front the way it is when you have it on its own. How does this pair with an espresso martini? Brings out the chemical burn of the vodka more. Flavor-wise on a coffee and tacos, maybe not the best possible match, but that actually works pretty well on a taco. Certainly better than it works on its own. That is better on something than it was in my first estimation. The heat's still there, it still comes through very nicely. I think if I put as much as I put in that first bite on the whole thing, like drowned it in it, that I would come to regret after maybe one taco. Just, all 6 of these tacos are not just for me. It's just 6 fills up the plate rather nicely. And it looks nice because it's Christmas tacos. It's Christmas. It's a day of excess and enjoyment and pleasure, marking the halfway point through the darkness and into the light of spring, which as far as I'm concerned, can take its bloody time getting here. Whatever the groundhogs do to make it stay cold longer, groundhog, please do it. But yeah, that's a nice sauce. So it's Grandpa's Cellar, fire roasted habanero. I'm sure you can probably get this if you live in this area. Who actually made this? It doesn't say who actually made it. I feel like this is probably something that they sell in different labels at different places. But yeah, if you end up by Grandpa's Cellar up at Apple Hill, the fire roasted habanero is nice. It's got a nice spice to it. I feel like if it was a little less vinegary, we'd get more of the flavor of the habanero, a little more of the kind of roasted flavor. It does definitely tastes different. It tastes kind of darker. I guess it's the roasting than, say, the Yellowbird habanero sauce I tried last year. That's got kind of a higher, like slightly brighter flavor. This one, I do taste a little bit of the roastedness in it. I think, again, if there's a little less vinegar, I taste it a lot better. But overall, it's nice. It's a nice sauce. It's a nice sauce and a nice way to cap off our Christmas adventure. And that does it. That brings another year of Advent calendars to a close. We've gone from December 1st through Christmas tacos, and I think it's been fun. I've had a good time. I hope you've had a good time too. I hope you enjoyed this time together. I hope you had a good Christmas, again, for those of you who celebrate. I hope you got everything you wanted as opposed to everything you deserved. And I hope the next year goes as well for you and for me and for all of us as a nation, as a planet, as it can. And hopefully in 11 months, we'll meet here again and open some more big blind boxes of plastic crap and booze to celebrate the Christmas season. And in the intervening time, I hope you come back to check out the other videos, the Lego and the junk food and the blind boxes that pollute this channel the other 11 months of the year. So with that, let's call this over. I hope you had a good time. I hope that you had fun going through the Into the Advent-verse playlist. If you somehow have gotten here to Christmas tacos and not watched the first 24 and want to see where all this junk came from, or at least this junk and this junk, the other junk came from other things, some of which are in videos, then I hope you go back and do that. It is called Into the Advent-verse. If you've enjoyed it, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night.